So my advice to others, why should you, what do you take from this, right? Why are you watching this? Why am I doing this? My advice to others is to ask, first of all, acknowledge, if that little voice, if you're hearing something, if your spirit, however you acknowledge it, however you classify it or characterize it, listen to it and then act upon it. Go tell your doctor, hey, is there anything or something's up? Because it's not always what it seems. If you look at the grand scheme of things, you look at the percentages, as I mentioned earlier, 90 to 95% of people have primary hypertension, 5 to 10% have secondary hypertension. In the general population, only 1 to 2% of people have primary hyperaldosteronism. Out of people who have high blood pressure, 5 to 10% have primary hyperaldo, and 20% of the people with refractory, meaning difficult to treat, which is kind of what I was kind of on the edge of at times, have primary hyperaldo. So, this made me go back, over the years. Because remember, I mentioned that my potassium would kind of bounce around, but we would always explain that as being due to the diuretics and the blood pressure medications. But then it took me back even further to when I was practicing. I practiced clinically for 20 years, 15 years in primary care. I treated a lot of hypertension. I mean, a lot. That got me thinking, how many of these did I miss as a physician? How many of my patients had primary hyperaldo, but we didn't catch it. I didn't catch it. So this is kind of my chance, I guess, to maybe rectify that a little bit. Bring it to people's awareness. Have the conversation with your doctor. Hey, is it possible I have primary whatever this hyperaldo, whatever, something to at least have the conversation, particularly if your potassium levels are a little off. That could be an indication. And that's where being able to align with a physician that will listen to you is super important. If you have a concern, make sure that doctor is asking or answering the questions that you have. When I was in practice, I would tell my patients, I may not always have the answer. I can't figure out your problem. But if you leave my office and you feel that I haven't listened to you, then I have not done my job. I have failed. I have failed you as a physician. So just in kind of rehashing all of that, I wanted to have the conversation to tell people to just educate and inform and raise awareness, because it's not as common, but then it's not as uncommon when you look at that subset of people with hypertension. So that's kind of that was my impetus to kind of want to have this conversation.